Hello everyone, and welcome back to What to Watch on Fordham Live, where we media experts, who are all producers, we break down the top 5 television shows of the week that are on broadcast and on streaming services. So I'm Liam Dahlborn.
I'm Astiney Montiel.
And I'm Jake DiMarino.
Alright, so after a lot of debating, we have finally narrowed down the top 5 shows of the week. So, first there may be some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the show, hold your ears, okay? I don't want to hear you guys complaining later on, like, no, they spoiled the show. So, just so you know. So, at number 5, we have The Handmaid's Tale. So, here we are. We're talking about totalitarian society here in Gilead. Where, women are forced to have children. Sounding a little familiar, but, So, she's the main character, Elizabeth Moss. There's just a lot of Elizabeths in the business. Anyway, so Elizabeth, she's over here playing this character where she's trying to get her daughter, and she's forced to have these kids, and they're already on season 5, so the stories just keep going.
Yeah, so it's the 5th season of the show. So there's going to be a 6th season, and she has still not gotten her daughter back after trying to get her daughter back. And I'm just like, when is it going to happen at this point? Or even, is she going to get her daughter back? Her daughter is already 12 at this point. Is Elizabeth Moss going to get her daughter back? And let me just tell you, Elizabeth Moss is a terrific actress.
Yeah.
You'd think after 5 seasons she'd have her daughter back.
Yeah, really and truly.
Is the 6th season the final one?
The 6th season is the final season.
6th season is final season, not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. But Elizabeth Moss is definitely one of the best actresses, I think, in this show.
I saw her in Mad Men.
Yes,
Very
Mad
good.
Men. Yes, so in Mad Men, she actually played someone completely different. In this show, she's a badass. But in Mad Men, she's this holy girl who goes to church every day. But in this one, she's killing people and willing to do anything to get her daughter back. But she still hasn't gotten it back.
Yeah, no, definitely more power to her. We love a feminist icon.
Moving on to number 4, we have Andor on Disney Plus. Episode 7 recently just came out. It is a Star Wars show, one of many Star Wars shows they've done. And I have to say, I think it's the darkest Star Wars media out yet.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah, I would agree. I would also say that I think it's really clever of Disney Plus to come up with these prequels to the Star Wars movies, especially because for me, I'm not a Star Wars fan at all. But I can sit down and watch this movie and enjoy it to the beginning. It's a great show, and you're able to. I'm on episode 7, and it because that just came out, and it's great because I don't need to know any background about the Star Wars trilogy.
Absolutely.
No, definitely. I mean, I've never watched any of the big Star Wars movies from the 70s and the 80s, but Disney's doing a phenomenal job. I mean, I watched The Mandalorian, and I mean, we love Grogu. So,
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
I think they're very smart to go after all these fan favorite characters, because Rogue One came out and everyone loved him, and then here we are a few years later. That came out in 2016. So 6 years later, we have a show about Andor, and it's just a hit. And it's even unique because it's the only piece of Disney media out that has no lightsabers in it.
Yeah.
Of Star Wars media, which is their thing.
Yeah.
So I guess that
Weird.
just goes to show how good it can be without their main tagline lightsabers.
Right. Yeah.
Before we move on to 3, if you're tuning in right now, you're on What to Watch. I'm Jake DiMarino.
And I'm Astiney Montiel.
And I'm Liam Dahlborn.
And we are counting down the top 5 streamed shows this week. And now moving on to number 3, we have Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah, so I was actually surprised because apparently, according to Amazon Prime, this is actually one of their most viewed premieres. So this show is one of their most viewed premieres, which I was kind of surprised about because for me, I read The Hobbit in high school. Didn't really love it. But I really do love this show because, I think that it's great. There's a lot of different characters, some old, some new. So it kind of brought me back to high school when I was watching this.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, definitely. So now we're going to move on to number 2.
Yes.
Number 2, here we have House of the Dragon. There may be some spoilers, so...
You're an expert. I have not watched Game of Thrones, but this release got me to watch House of the Dragon. I'm probably watching it out of order. But I'm watching House of the Dragon first, and I haven't started Game of Thrones yet. So you'll have to tell me if that's a mistake or not.
No. I mean, this is a prequel, so.
Yes. A lot of prequels.
Yeah, no.
We were when we were doing this list, we were like, these are all three out of the 5 are
House of
all
Dragon,
prequels.
Rings of Power, Andor, all prequels
Yeah.
to major movies
Yeah, so
or shows.
yeah, but it's very popular, and episode 8 just recently came out, right?
Oh my God, episode 8. Let me tell you, episode 8 was a work of art. Chef's kiss. Magnifique. All right. So let me just tell you. So Patty Considine and Matt Smith, amazing actors. They had this scene that was apparently after they had I think there was a New York Times article. They had a improvised one of the major scenes that captivated everybody's heartstrings. So there's a scene where Patty, he's ill, he's old, he's dying. He looks like what's the Queen of England's husband's name? Basically, he looks like him. So think of him, and he's sitting on and he can't walk. He's walking with a cane. He's like all nasty and he looks like the Crypt Keeper. Yes.
Oh.
So he looks like the Crypt Keeper, and so he barely walks. He's walking in, and he's walking up to the Iron Throne, and Matt Smith, he's denying the help from everybody, and Matt Smith comes in from behind and he helps him. As he's the king is decrepit and trying to bend down and take a break. He drops his crown, and Matt Smith, which is an improvised thing, they just kept filming, and he picks it up and he walks it up with him, and he finally crowns him on the Iron Throne. And that was a major thing because they had a very difficult brother relationship throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
And so to see that for them to finally come together again, it's just a beautiful thing.
Sometimes I think watching the prequel and then watching the series might actually be better.
No,
So
definitely.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
good. You're not
Very
missing
good.
anything, honestly.
Get there one day.
Okay, so then at number 1, the top is the Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story that's on Netflix.
Oh,
Man.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words about it, but all I have to say is, the serial killer and the glorification of serial killers.
Honestly,
what
right?
is with, first of all, Ross Lynch already starred in a...
He did.
He already starred
liked
in a
it.
movie about it.
I thought Ross Lynch did well.
Yeah, but I thought it was just so gory, and, I could not... I was, closing my eyes for half of it.
I even feel for the family. I think I remember something coming out about the families of the victims saying they were super uncomfortable by this show and glorifying the serial killer by making so much media about him.
Yeah.
And these poor families have to sort of go through that all over again.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are so obsessed with serial killers.
I know we have a bunch of wasn't Zac Efron in a show about
I think he was
Ted Bundy.
Yes.
Ted Bundy, and we just keep making these serial killer movies, and it's also especially for this one, we know the victims did not want this to be made.
No,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Man, just imagine. What if they dress up as Halloween as him?
Yeah.
That's especially online, the amount of jokes that are being made. Jokes are usually fair game, but such an insensitive topic, and the victims of the families already don't like the show being made, and people are going online dressing up as him, posting more about it.
Yeah.
Not great. The show is good. It's horrifying, but good. I just think maybe didn't need to be made. I
Yeah.
still watched it all.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's our job here.
That is our
Yeah,
job.
we had
Yeah.
to, but...
And with that, we have been What to Watch. Jake DiMarino.
Astiney Montiel.
And Liam Dahlborn.
We will see you next week on What to Watch, produced by Fordham Live.